I hope the stream is working. This is the first time I am streaming. Uh, this channel is about doing random projects or something like that. It's mainly for myself to practice my coding skills. That's all. So I'm already going through Go pocket-sized projects book. It is by Manning. If you know, if you are a programmer, you know that Manning is one of the good publishers of technical books. I have a O'Reilly subscription in which the Manning books we can read it for as part of the subscription. So I already went through a couple of chapters. So today we are going to see actually chapter 3. So I'll just be going through that and project and do it as much as possible in an hour, and maybe continue it later in another stream, or I don't know how long it will take. So in context, I am just learning Go. I already have some large experience in Java, but this is Go I am trying out now. Mainly it is to improve my communication and also to learn Go. So I will just check whether anything is getting streamed or not. I think something started. Is something audible? I'm not sure if I'm really audible, but yeah. But I can see that the stream is running. Hello. Something audible? Yeah, I think it is working. Okay. Not sure if I'm Yeah, so in the previous chapter there we had developed a hello application, so just it will print hello world in the console. Only thing there was an extra activity is that is about the so based upon it was we built it like a command line application, and there was an option to choose the language in which the hello is being set. So we use the flag package and we parse the options. So the lang option we can pass, for example, en for English, I think fr for French, those kind of things. So all the basic things are already covered here, like creating variable, the package main, which is important for all Go applications, the main method which is compulsory, in the import, this is the import syntax. Usually we use fmt for printing anything. We need a package, we need to import a project like package. In Java, for example, for sys.out, we don't need to import anything, but in Go everything is, I don't know, so we have to import the fmt package also. It is used for printing to the screen. Another one is this is the flag package we are using, so we are importing that. So we are declaring the lang variable, and we are giving a pointer to this flag package. whatever option is coming through this lang flag, it will load into this variable, so we can use that that variable to provide a corresponding hello, like in a different language we can provide. This is how it will be. Go run main.go -lang. This is some language, I don't know, it's in Greek, it seems. I don't know, it is EL. So also we had a, even if there are unsupported language, then we had some error handling and all, I think, all those things. So yeah, it is a simple application. So in the summary we can see what and all we have discovered so far. So maybe if you know all these things, you can get some idea, or even then, yeah, it's just as you can see, it's a simple package. You can follow this current chapter also. So go run, so we are using go run command to run the program once the binary is created. So like without creating a binary, like go build, if you give, it will create a binary, but you can give go run and file, the main file, like go run main.go, it will create a temporary kind of binary, like creates a binary, and it's done in a single step. So it creates a binary and runs it. One thing that why I have took this book, so I wanted to learn Go, and I have selected this book because mostly they are following the test based approach. Like even in Java, even though I have good experience, mostly I have not done JUnit from TDD point, like test driven development. In existing project there will be already unit test cases, and I will be adding JUnit test cases in Java, that's all. But here it is like a TDD, so we write the test along the code. I wanted like I think at least in Go we have to learn it along with the testing, so that all the things in Go for testing, everything is in the testing. One thing I found out is that many things in Go are like based upon the name. Some customizations are done by the compiler, like you have to keep your name of the method like capital example, capital E example main. That means it will run the test as part of compilation itself. So it will run the test, it will run the method, and in the commands you would have given something, so that and all it will be run automatically. So even for exporting a variable in Java, we will have keywords for that. Here we are if we just make the first letter of the method capital, then it is exported. If it is not capital, it is not exported. So, and even in test also, underscore, if we put in the file name underscore test.go, then it is taken as part of test. So these kind of things are now, it is not in Java, like we will use annotation for that, those kind of things. Here based upon the name and even the case of the method, such things are there. It seems nice, but I don't like that kind of I don't know, it is like it's not clear enough, right? So in Go it tells like everything is made verbose, like even for the println they are making us to import FMT package, but having such visibility like public, private, those kind of visibility based upon the case of the method, or even for testing based upon the name. So we can make some typos, right? We put underscore TSCT, we can do like that. Or even a newcomer, right? Someone who is new to Go, he will have no clue what is happening, because there is no way he can understand like how this example method is getting picked up on its own, and how it is matching, like whatever the output of that example method is matching with the, so in example, if you put example main and you do the test, and if you in the comment you have to give what kind of output you are expecting. So the test will run that method, and it will compare the output of the method with whatever comment you have put upside. So there is no way someone new can understand this magic that is going happening at the back. So it should be somewhat explicit, especially for something like Go. Yeah, it's supposed to be simple, but so yeah, in some table driven tests also are done. Like in this, there are multiple languages now. So for testing each one, we cannot keep creating separate test methods. So we had used all the different options for a test in a map, and we iterated through that, those kind of things. This one, the example function, a special test, you should check the output by, yeah, this is the one I was telling about. Yeah, anyway it is, yeah, much simple, and it is a nice language only, but yeah, it is, I don't feel it is like somewhat better compared to Python in terms of everything, but coming from Java or C++, so kind of languages, right? So it feels more like closer to the scripting languages than like a solid language. Yeah, like Kotlin or Rust and all, no, they are very, the type everything, it is like much more robust, that's what we can say. I think Rust is even better than Java. Only Rust has some clear thinner kind of thing, but yeah, but it is more difficult for web development and all. Go is too it's easier compared to Java, but I don't feel like it is good enough for an enterprise app. Like, I'm not sure, like maybe a small microservice or a command line tools, maybe something like Docker, Kubernetes, that's different, but writing a banking application or big data application, I don't think when the ecosystem, right, I don't think there are as much. Of course there will be nothing like Spark or anything in Apache Spark or Hive or anything like that in Go, because it is a newer language. But anyway, even from the language point itself, right, though Java is very verbose, but it is more robust, like in that case Rust is even better than Java, but it is somewhat more difficult. That is also I'm learning along with this Go, like Go, Rust, I'm learning, because these have good traction for jobs, I think, especially Go is having. But from what I saw, Rust is clearly better, but it's also somewhat difficult compared to Java. But Go is easier than Java, but also not as robust as Java. No? Yeah, and for keeping this different language options, we had used maps. So in the map we had, like for English it is hello world, for French it is something bonjour or something like that. And also we created some custom types using the type keyword, I think that's what they are telling. Yeah, some if condition, that is the chapter 2. So basically hello world command line application in which the hello world can be told in different languages based upon the flag you pass, with the default being English. And if you don't pass the flag, the default it will print in English. If you pass the flag, it will print in the language you have sent. If it is not recognized language for this program, then it will show like unsupported. This bookworm, next one is chapter 3 is the bookworm's digest, playing with loops and maps. So it's not like I will be going through the entire book chapter by chapter, because I'm not sure if it is allowed or something. Anyway, I will be not be going through each chapter one by one. Like some days I will stream this book, sometime other book, so that it does not seem like I'm just reading out the entire book for free to everyone. Maybe that it is not the right thing, I'm not sure. So this is like a bookworm's digest. Playing with the loops and maps, so it seems like it is more giving more practice with the loops and maps. Ranging over slice a map, using a map to store unique values. Okay, learning how to open and read a file. Yeah, opening and reading a file is one of the important basics for any language when you are learning. Decoding JSON files. Sorting a slice with custom comparators. So they are telling something about books. This chapter will join a group of bookworms. Okay. Okay, seems there are two friends, Faddy and Peggy. They are reading some books and they are marking what I have studied, what Freddy has studied, what Peggy had studied. So what we are going to do is, which books they have both of them read, and also suggest future reads. Both of them read. So I think in the map we will track this guy. This guy's books will be in one map, this guy's will be in another map. We will see if both the maps have the same book, then means they have read, both of them have read that book. Suggest future reads, I'm not sure what do they mean by that. Some suggest means some AI machine learning or something they are doing, I'm not sure, or just like I'm not sure. We'll reinforce. So this time also we are going to a command line interface, so maybe again we'll be using the what package, flag package for creating the command line interface. Maybe list of books from each reader. Will build a program that returns a print. Okay, yeah, that one. It is a duplicate, like both of them have read that, means that book we are going to print, it seems. As a bonus, using map and slice, flexible in the sense, I think map and slice they can accept dynamic number of records instead of arrays, they are fixed thing. Using map and slice, somehow they are going to recommend new books. Input is a JSON file. Okay, so JSON file, so we need to know how to read the file and parse JSON. Seems we no need external Go libraries. We will assume each book has only one author. Write CLI tool. List of bookworms and their book collection. So the input is that it will be everything in the JSON file. Run the JSON, we have to parse it, and whatever is common we have to print. Bonus recommend books for each bookworm based on the matching bookworm. Assumptions: one book, one author. JSON file size is less than MB, megabyte. Okay, first we are initializing the project. I think I had done that already. Yeah, I think I already initialized the bookworms. So I already created the bookworms folder, and inside that I ran this go mod init bookworms command. I also created this main.go file, and yeah, JSON is JavaScript object notation. It will be data will be in the form of key value pairs. Keys will be always strings with the double strings enclosed in double quotes, and values can be decimal string arrays. Objects. Okay, decimal string array square bracket true false boolean objects. Object seems like a JavaScript object, right? Name, key value. So they are not sorted in any case. They are given a sample file, so seems this file only we will be reading in. So they had asked to create this test data folder, and inside that create the bookworms.json with this content. So seems like this test data name is another magic. So based on this name should be exact. Like Go will be looking at this exact file name to get the input data. So here we are having some input JSON data. See, this is a convention in Go. Folder name test data should contain data for testing. Yeah, so they have asked to create the main.go file, and the bookworm main will just call the function. We need a main.go file for any project, right? So that it will just call this bookworm dot whatever function that are present in bookworm.go. It will call the function, process the file, and finally display the output. bookworms. I think this structure is I have done already. Yeah, bookworms.json I had created till that step. It is there. Main.go it is there. Empty, nothing is there. Bookworm.go, nothing. And test data folder. Inside that bookworms.json, whatever data they had given in that example, that is there. Yeah, so first step is we have to read the file and parse the JSON. So for that we are creating this load bookworms function. Obviously that function needs the file path where the file is there, but yeah, that's why we have the convention like test data. But anyway, we are writing the function like it is taking the file path, so it is parsing it and it is creating a bookworm. It is creating a dynamic array kind of thing with bookworm, multiple objects of bookworm type. And some error handlings there, file not found, invalid JSON. So file parsing, file itself not there, issue in parsing. For that some errors are done. Don't forget docstring. Where it is in bookworm.go, this thing they are given. Creates a file, returns list of bookworms and their beloved books found there. Load bookworms na, where it will return list of bookworms and their beloved books. I thought we will just read the file and return the list of bookworms and their beloved books. I don't know what beloved, what it's going to do. Okay, bookworm.go funky. They thought the name is funky. Load bookworms to the name. File path. String is not suggestion. Return also, I think we are giving some kind of parentheses. It is a slice of bookmarks type itself we are not creating. Another one is the error type, so it will return either one of these errors. Expected package. Okay, I thought it will be in a different package. It is also in main, it seems. So right. Missing, this type is missing. With this bookmark. Now we are returning nil, like comma for bookmark, nil for bookmark and nil for error. Like we are returning the null value, 0 values. That's what they go they're saying like 0 value, like it is empty. We have to anyway we have to return some value. This is a 0 value. For now we are putting like this. are talking about the OS package, like we need to interface with the operating system, because we need to read the file which is present in the operating system. Like Go can't read it directly, or generally we use OS functions for doing those kind of reading. I think that is because it will be faster for the OS to do it, or better, I don't know. So inside the OS package we are having the file type. So I believe this OS file type will have all the methods for opening. Here they have given some idea, like os.file is there. So what are the methods? Go doc os.file. So since this will list, okay, what are the available methods inside this, like whatever is being exported, right? Okay, file is exported, like you can see the export is through the capitalization of the first letter. So in the OS package they have exported the file struct. These many methods are like create temp, create a file, create a temporary file, new file. New file with UE pointer. Not sure, we already have some file pointer. UE pointer, not sure why this, maybe it's like an option to open and read or something like that, I don't know. New file, open file. So we will not be using create new file. I think we will be using open file. There are some extra options. I think we can use open, change directory, change chmod, change permission, chown, close the file. Generally we will close the file after using it. Name read from seek. Maybe we can seek a particular position. Seek deadline, set deadline, read deadline, write deadline. Some write methods are also there. Go doc. os.open file we are not using. Simplest function is os open. We give the file path, it will return a pointer to that file. Yeah, if it is there, or if it's not there, we will get error only. Descriptor is in read only mode, and the return time is of path error. That all. Okay. Path error and all, it's not error only, it is not. Here they have gone through this, what is the difference between create, open file. Create means both create and write. The file already exists, create truncates it. Very good. And create succeeds the return file descriptor can be used to write data to the file. Whether you create a new file or you don't care about the existing file, you use create. Open means only reading. open file. So open file, we saw there are many options. We can give the whether you are doing it in opening the file in write mode or read mode, or so yeah, mostly if you read only, it is open. Create na, if you existing file you just want to read, open new file na, you use create. When you want to do na, if you use create na, it's deleting everything. Instead of that, you want to append data means, then you use this open file with options. Second parameter, how it controls how we open the file. Okay, go.os.o open. So this either this kind of options we can pass. If you want to append, you have to pass os.o append. If you want to create, os.o create, os.write only. And also you can set the here it opens in when you use create only, you can read and write without execute write. Like you want to create a new file with execute write also, then you have to use the open file and use the corresponding option to set the mode. Any error na, we will get this type of error. Constants in OS package are capitalized because they are part of operating system standards. Always Go prefers constants to be defined in Pascal case. Everything Pascal case, then how we will know which is constant, everything just by seeing. Yeah, that is our option. In Java also, yeah, we will always capitalize. Yeah, this is the main thing. Even in Java, once you open the file, you have to close it. Now in Java, we are using the try with resources. In any language, it will be this. If you many languages, it will be this is a problem. You will open the file and do something, and we will forget to close it. Yeah, they're saying we have to close it. Yeah, if you don't close it, 1000 files we are opening and we are not calling close, then till some OS level there are limits on number of files that can be opened at a time, so it will create issues. Go will do some closing, sometimes it will do close the file when, but while it is running we don't know what will happen, so whenever we are done with the file processing, we have to close it. When for reading we have a function, when we read that itself, once we are done we have to close it within in that function itself mostly. Yeah, in Go this defer keyword is there, like just like try catch. So once we open next line itself, we have to use this defer keyword and call close. So go will call it at before the end of the function. Last in first out order. When a function return, its deferred calls are executed in last in first out. Without defer. Yeah, so if we print it directly, it will come in the same order. Here defer means it will be called after the function runs. So when it sees defer, it will skip this line, it will print UR, then after this, now it is over, now it will print these things. Yeah, this is the last in first out something now, that defer are not a bookworm, UR, so both will be printed at the last, UR will be printed first, last in, so this is the first, this is the last will come first will come last. Very good. Why like this, I don't know. First we open one file, next we open another file, then this will close first. Okay. Just like it is just I think the compiler will copy this defer statement and it will reverse it, and like first imagine we are opening two files. This one we are opening later, so in this scope it will come. So first we have to close this, then we have to close this. Okay. So we are using this defer whenever we have to use this external storage, extra file, database, buffer readers. Sometimes you will find defer useful to compute time spent inside a function. Kafka, I don't know what they are saying, because the server needs graceful disconnect to stop it from continuing. Better. Let's get back to Echo. We want to open a we have to open it. Any error comes now, we have to deal with it, and no error now, we have to that file handle we will get, we will then use that for reading it. os.open, either we will get the file or we will get the error. The error is nil na, okay. The error is not nil means some error is there. Error is not empty, so error is there, so we have to bail out of this function. Return nil, nothing. So in this function we are returning a slice of bookworm, so some error has come, so nothing we can, bookworm nothing we can do. So nil comma whatever error came, like file not found, whatever that we are sending, we are returning if there is error. No error now, we are proceeding. Here nothing we are doing still now, we are just closing it. os.file implements reader closer interface. Okay, any file will have the read capability, and also it can be closed because they implement read and close. Read now, it will give the stream of data like a bytes, slice of bytes, dynamic array of bytes. Okay, we will put this code something. F comma error equal to os dot open file path we are passing define. We have to put I think we have to put like this. Declare. Okay, we have not used it. Okay, os dot open if error is not nil, then stop, return nil comma error. No error na, process it and then close it. Next, once we read, we have to parse. Now parsing and all nothing, simply I opened it and closed it. For parsing, there are separate package encoding JSON. Seems it is inside Go, which is good. So you can see encoding y slash, because there are other thing encoding slash XML, CSV, basic to seems. So many things they are given inbuilt. Inbuilt na nothing like JSON, XML, CSV, everything it's needed in any language. Good that they gave it. Okay, seems like you are having it like a domain, like anything in related to networking, it will be in net package. Everything related to encoding will be in encoding package. Extremely lightweight. Yeah, finally I think we are going to do. So this bookworm itself we are not yet declared. That one we are going to define it here. The general idea is that Go structure used for decoding must match JSON structure. Okay, whatever it is, JSON and the type, encoding type. So we are encoding something na, something should match right to the JSON file and the type into which we are going to load the data. That's what they mean. So each bookworm will have a name, like bookworm person will have a name and whatever books he read. To tell Go which JSON field corresponds to a field in our Go structure, we use tags which are enclosed in backticks. Tags will contain the name of the standard followed by the name of the field there. So since we have to do the mapping between the JSON file, inside the JSON file what will be the key name, we have to map it to this whatever struct we are going to encode, that understanding that encoding package should understand right which field it has to parse and put in which field. Like in the JSON, whatever is the name, in the JSON whatever is the value of the name key, it will put it inside this name variable. Whatever is it, all the books under the books key, it will put inside this books. Since there will be many books, we are having like array of book. They have described here, author, title. Okay, simple only. this JSON mapping in Java we will use the Jackson mapper and we will use some annotations. We will do the object mapper or something. Similarly, something this is somewhat easier because maybe inbuilt package, so we have to declare these types. Type bookworm struct name, it is public so it is in capital, so name colon backtick JSON colon name books array of book backtick JSON colon books type book author string type string these things also should be in the base with the same name. Check the names. Title JSON author title, yeah. Let's take everything. Bookmark. Name of the field doesn't have to match name of tag. Here's another Go convention. What is this language full of convention? Even in Python, I'm not sure any convention is. Fields that are slices should be named with plural word. Oh, books is. What if we keep book? I can't keep on. Otherwise, we'll keep bookie. What it will do? Not showing any error. I don't know what is the convention. Yes. It's complaining that we'll just add the return nil statement. One good thing is Go, everything is auto format is done, like it is consistent. Like anyone writes code, it will be in same format. No customization. Many an hour of debugging has been spent trying to understand why a field was always empty. Yeah, I think that if you forget to keep it as small capital A in author, I think author will be always nil. It will not give any error also. It will be always empty. Because Go uses this convention. Good, very good. Next on decoding the JSON file into a structure. Okay, we have just defined them. Now we have to parse the decode the file and store the content in value bookworms. JSON.new decoder file descriptor new decoder JSON.new decoder dot decode. Oh, we have to create a new decoder and call decode method on that. Creating the decoder, it will take the file descriptor as input. Once we decode where we need the result, that is we are putting the array of bookworm. If any error happens due to the parsing, then that error we have to return. We saw in this example they are told JSON file will be less than 1 megabyte. So here in this method it is reading the entire file into the memory and it is decoding. There are better methods seems, so it will be streaming. It will not read the entire file content, it will read mostly line by line. If you are curious, in section 3.4.3, I don't know, but for the project because it is exceed 3 megabytes. Yeah, if it's a bigger file, we have to do streaming. In Java also we'll have that. Yeah, then after that we just need to return bookworms after that decode. Bookworms array slice of book. We are going to get the bookworms. So JSON dot new decoder, we have to pass the file descriptor dot decode. We have to pass the pointer. Already this bookworm variable is there, we have to pass that here. It will read the file and it will decode it and put it inside this bookworms. One possibility is the error possibility is there. If error not equal to nil, if error is there, return nil, as we can't have any bookworm detail, so nil comma error. Okay, I think error we have to give some other name. Error equal to, I think they are reusing this error itself. Here we are using this thing, this operator, so it will create this. Generally we will use the var keyword and create the variable and the variable name, create the variable with the type. If we are not going to create, it is going to come through some other method. We no need to create it, declare it and then assign it here. Single shot by using this operator. So already it is like var error is there above. Here we are assigning that will happen using this. So this thing is var and var error are already there. We are reusing that here. If it is error is there, we are returning. If error is not there, no, then now we have the bookworm. So now at least we can return the parsed bookworms instead of nil. So till this only one step we have done. We have like two steps. We have read the file. Step 2, we have parsed the file into bookworms. So this importing and all happens automatically when you use JSON. All VS Code has added the encoding JSON automatically. Seems it is a clever enough editor. So again, we will start going to writing a test. We need to test this method, but before that we can just pass call the function with this test data JSON and print it out to console for checking. That one we have done it. Format.fprintf standard error os.standard error string we are printing. Fail to load bookworms. Oh, this is for error handling only. os.exit1. This is not process the prints error access with the markup prints the output. Okay. Main function is empty. Load bookworms. Test data slash bookworms dot json. We will return the bookmarks are error. If error is there, format printf os dot so generally standard input, standard output, standard error output. Since this is the error, we are printing to standard error. Format string failed to parse, failed to load bookworms. Percentage yes. So the error will be printed like a string, and it will be converted to string. I don't know, it will be converted to string since error. Okay, it is successful. We are printing it. So in Go, if you declare a variable, you have to use it, otherwise it will give error. This one is giving error, but they have given that if you give like this means it will be skipped. If you have there, we have to exit out. You have to print it and give return code. Since it is not a success, you have to give voice.exit of 1. For running, generally we will give go run main.go, but since that this load bookworms, it is in bookworm.go, we have to give like go run dot, so it will read all the files both main.go and bookworm.go in which we are having the function. So Margaret, Fadi, okay, Fadi has read these 2 books. Peggy has read 3 books. This one, go dot run, go run dot. Yeah, now they are going to write the test method for this. Yeah, so since we are going to test the internal function in bookworm.go, so we will create bookworms internal test.go named test load bookworms. Load bookworms is the function name. We are testing that, so test load bookworms. We have to create a new file, bookworms underscore internal underscore test.go. Test load bookworms. So for the test case, we are creating a struct. So multiple test cases we are going to do. The file name, it is one input for the test case. Then we have to check now the output, what is the expected list of bookworms for this particular test file, or if any error, this boolean will be set, that one they have created. Under test is we are creating a map that it will be full of such test case, like many files will have, each of them the expected output will be different. Okay, so since we are going to use same books for different test cases, they are creating like global variable, saying not a good idea generally, but in test for testing purpose it is okay, like because in underscore test.co underscore test.co go files na another one magic is there. Even if you keep it in capital letter, it will not be out, it will not be exported. Magic language, where this seems like the global variable declaration. You can steal from our repository. Seems they are okay with stealing. Okay. Fill the expected result with the list of bookworms. So this is the test case. File exists test case. Inside that test case struct, in that format it is our bookworm file. For this file, this should be the expected output. Error should be false because it's a valid JSON file we are giving. It should parse and give this response. It should not put error. So like this we can keep adding the test case. So that's why we are keeping in the map, and we will loop over the test cases and match it with match this for the result, and based on that we will make it a success. File doesn't exist now, error should be true. This one born, and there will be no bookmark list. Okay, so first we will create the test case type. Test case will have the file path, bookworms file. Okay, bookworms file string. Want will be array of bookworm. Want error will be boolean. Then we have to create tests. This is a map of string, that is map of test case name and value will be of type test case pointer. Okay, test case is small case. Expected package. What package? Maybe since we are testing bookworm, it should be package bookworm. Not sure why the error is coming. Before that we will declare this thing. war, global war. Ants made tail, oryx and keka. Not giving codes, huh? Author, no. Okay. Colon. Comma. Title. Colon. Something. I think copy this. Test case also, I think need to copy. File exists. So this one key is string, value is in test case format. Map string test case. Find the test syntax. Other commas needed after each entry. Put it. Almost duplicate. Invalid JSON, we have to create a file. Invalid .json. Still not sure why. Expected package main. I don't know why. had bell jar, sir. Who will give for this thing? Yeah, who will give this? They are not given. I don't type. They are given, but they are given wrong, like partially. Okay. Boolean is wrong. Bool. Okay. Bool. It is bool. Boolean. Everyone should keep their own. Okay, for testing. Code is there. We are still not even halfway. Okay. Using loops. In Go there is only one loop, for loop. For I, no while, for each, seems like that. Initialization, condition, increment. Initialization, condition, modification function, increment. Initialization, condition. Okay. It isn't comparable to me. You can't write I plus plus less than I or not applicable I plus plus. No prefix operator. Okay. It isn't comparable to anything. I plus plus is in time L value. L value, I don't know, in Java L value is important, in C++ and L value, R value is there. Okay, nothing. Use I++ in for loops or don't use. While loop syntax, how using for it, for iterator dot next, for line not equal to not. Okay. Two conditions, while not got response and or response is valid, will again try. Any boolean expression valid here just end up in an infinite loop. infinite loop, no condition for. Okay. Items in array. Okay. Java for each syntax is there. Similar things are being. Now we are having the slice of bookworms, using range on that slice. We are getting the index comma value. Like bookworms have a array of bookworm. If you use range, the index of that bookworm and the bookworm current index of the current bookworm and the bookworm itself, like for each loop in Java. How you can get the index? I don't know. I will increase from 0 to length of bookworms minus 1. dw is the ith bookworm in bookworms. Main difference is bw is a copy. Okay, so if you make change, there will be no change to the content of slice itself. It's a good or bad thing to me. The copy of the key and the copy of the value. Okay, something they are not doing. They are copying it and setting it here. Generally, I think it's a better idea. Copies are made into the same variable, resulting in a few subtitles, and the variables are used in concurrent ways. We can ignore using this underscore nothing. Before 1.2, then what now they can handle the concurrent way, I don't know. Okay, even now, even if it is concurrent, it's not an issue. Okay, if we are doing some concurrency, then we have to be careful. Like in older Go, we can't expect, like if we save it and keep it, it will be the same. It may override from other threads, but now that is fixed. Okay, here the code is there. Import reflect. Here all the others are in this snippet. Bookworms underscore success. Okay. This one Go compiler passes tstruct. You can use it for printing anything. For all testing related functions are inside this testing.t. We are looping over the test variable. Tests, so many tests are there. For each test case, we are triggering, we are running the test case. Running the test case, we have to pass the name and name of the test case. So we are looping over the map. Name of the test case will be in name. The actual test case will be here. We are calling the function with the test case file name, test case expected error or that one. Okay, okay. I have to check some other thing. We'll come back later. So here we have started running the test cases.